If you can take first generation Nissan Leaf batteries, consider the worst batteries in the industry by basically everyone, and turn them into an energy storage project after they've been around for well over 10 years, imagine what you can power in the future with the millions and millions of EVs that will eventually, hit their end of life. I think that actually within 10 to 20 years, many factories, businesses, homes, large properties, industries will run purely off second life EV batteries. A few months ago, I reported on the Rome airport being powered by Nissan Leaf batteries. They took a whole bunch of second life Nissan Leaf batteries from cars that were no longer being used anymore. A lot of these batteries had, the degradation had gone down to say 50, 60, 70% left for capacity. And they decided to put them all together to power the Rome airport. Now, there's been a few other batteries like this worldwide, and it's kind of a surprise to people because Nissan Leaf's batteries weren't considered to be all that good. But it appears as though they're good enough for energy storage. And now, here in Australia, Nissan is building more energy storage batteries using reused batteries from old Nissan Leaf vehicles. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. Great to have you with us. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. And Nissan Australia says it has completed a solar and battery development at its casting plant in Victoria, where they obviously still manufacture parts for cars. And it's using recycled end-of-life Nissan Leaf batteries. Guys, I am personally with PowerShop for my EV electricity plan. I pay no electricity costs from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. every day on the EV Day Saver plan. Now, if you're a new customer, you can get a $100 sign-up credit when you make the switch to them. And if you sign up with my referral link, you can also get an additional $75 in credit. So that means you end up with $175 in credit if you choose the PowerShop EV charging plan. Check out my referral link in the description for details. The project was first announced 3 years ago. In September of 2022, it's using 9 repurposed Generation 1, the worst batteries of the lot, Nissan Leaf batteries that are charged by a solar array right next to the actual factory. Then they provide power to the Dandenong plant, and there's also 2 EV chargers on site. The project will reduce Nissan Casting Australia's annual CO2 emissions by 259 tonnes and save 128 megawatt hours of energy every year. This isn't just a hugely exciting project, but an important step in the future for end-of-life EV batteries, said Andrew Humberstone, Managing Director of Nissan Oceania. So are these batteries just sort of dumped there and connected together? No, it's a bit more complicated than that. Re-Electrify worked with Nissan to pull this project off. They have developed a battery management and inverter technology that dramatically extends the life of old batteries, reduces battery system costs, and enables the repurposing of high-quality end-of-life batteries from electric vehicles. Now, are the batteries in Nissan Leaf first generation high quality? No. They don't even have a battery management system, and that's why they're not that good. So, in some ways, this battery storage site is an upgrade from the initial Nissan Generation 1 Leaf because they now have a battery management system, and that will help them to last longer. Now, this is quite interesting, guys. We thought that manufacturing in Australia was dead. However, here's what the company said. In addition to benefits that are obvious, the addition of solar and battery storage at the NCAP, this site, manufacturing site, will have an impact across Nissan's entire value chain, with every Nissan Leaf EV sold worldwide, which is, I believe, more than 700,000 so far, containing components that were actually manufactured in Australia. So nearly, more than well over 500,000 Nissan Leaf EVs have components that were manufactured in Australia, particularly at this factory. And Nissan's next generation e-Power, its powertrain, which will launch locally next year with the Nissan Qashqai, there'll be an EV version of that. That will also have parts manufactured in Australia as well. So, yeah, manufacturing is certainly not doing that great in Australia, but some things are still made here and used globally. Thanks for watching.